the front. Let's say this is the where you're going to put the bed of the wood.
So you dig it in the ground, right?
Yeah, you dig in the ground. So you have the one side which would be about 3 feet wide, and you would have about 12 feet in length. So the only wall you would have is the end here. This would be like a main wall. This would be the main wall. This would be a main wall. So this would be the opening.
And it's a dirt wall.
Yeah. And then what they used to do, they used to get, if they were close to a coconut, coconut palm,
Coconut branches.
coconut branches, they would cut the coconut branches, lay them on top of the wood all the way through, and after that they would get the same green leaves off the tree, lays on top of that, and after that you would put a layer of dirt on top of that, which is, it would have to be at least about 6 to 8 inches, and then you would leave. Some people use a banana trunk as a vent. So when you light that thing, you light it from over here. You light it at the bottom. You make just like how you kindle that fire there. You light it there, and that as that burn the wood. What's happening is that the fire is taking all the moisture out of the wood. So when all the moisture is out of the wood, you won't see any smoke. As long as you're seeing smoke coming out through that little vent, like you know that you're not ready to. But in the process of doing that, you have to check on it all the time, because you can burn those coconut branches and those bush, and then you get a fire. So
Burn them up.
yeah. So when you see that, you get some more bush, and you put over that like smuggle fire. You put more dirt on top of it, and if you think that the dirt that is on top of the thing, see, because you see the fire can't go that way, it can't go this way because there's
Walls
dirt there like a wall.
Mm-hmm.
It can't go that way, so it could only come up. So as long as you see that smoke, you say, not ready yet. When there's no smoke at all, you know that all the moisture is out of the wood. So you start pulling the thing. But I could help my father do all the work, like set the wood, bring the coconut branches and the bush, and if you have a vine, like the vine that we have down there that they call maiden apple, it's bitter. You can use it for children during holiday. You will eat a lot of mangoes, sugar apple, papaya, and avocado. So when it's time to go back to school, my mother would say, well, it's time to purge you all, because you are been eating a lot of rubbish, they call it. So they will give you this maiden apple, be bitter, but it was supposed to help you to pass out the all the dross that was unhealthy for you. And sometimes they would say, drink it. So when they turn the back, you would spit it out. And they would be over you with a belt, then you. It's like, you know what's fungi, right? Fungi is cornmeal mixed with okra. We call it fungi. Cornmeal, you know the cornmeal.
Cornmeal.
Oh,
Cornmeal, the
Yes.
yellow stuff that you
Yes,
buy from
yes,
the supermarket.
yes.
But I mix it with okra and it tastes good. It tastes good now to me, but at that time it was like the children would say nasty. And they wanted you to eat that because they say that it's better than eating a lot of bread and things like that, because they, when you eat too much bread, they say it binds you, makes it hard for you to go to the bathroom and so they will give you from fungi almost if you had if you had fish and fungi, it would be like fish and fungi for dinner, fish and fungi for lunch, fish and bread for dinner, and bush tea. You know what's bush tea? Bush tea is you could use a mango bush, guava bush, what we call sweet barley. That's the one that's sweet. I think we have some up at your house. I don't know if you use it, but there are many bush. Some of them with taste nice.
Yes.
You have lemongrass,
Yes.
and so all those things they would make sure that you eat. You drink, and they would only give you if they find out that I like sugar. They would only put like a teaspoon of sugar in your tea. When we have cow milk, it wasn't any sugar in it. It was just a grain of salt, corn salt, sea salt, and things like that. So, finishing up the charcoal business now. I could help my father do everything to the performing the work of getting charcoal. But when he light that thing and all that smoke, man, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take that smoke. I would start coughing, and he would tell me, look, find out where the wind is blowing from, because you know where the wind is blowing from. If you see the smoke coming back to you, you know the wind is coming from the east to the west. So you stay out of that direction. But I couldn't understand that. So sometimes I would see him move from here over here, and move from over here and go over there. That means the wind is coming from another direction. So he would know when to move, but I didn't understand that. So when that smoke gets in my ear, I would start coughing and my eyes would start running, and I couldn't deal with that. So now when everything else is finished, you take you harvest the charcoal in tiers, like
Yes.
you take like 2 feet and you pull that down, pull that out. And sometimes those charcoal will come out just like how they went in, but there will be no moisture in them. So you would take a piece of iron pipe and you would just break the charcoal maybe in less than a foot, as small as you can, and you put them in a bag. But you won't put them in a bag right away, because people has put charcoal in bags, and there was just a little spark of fire, and by the time they get home, that bag would be in blaze, because that with the air, that one little spark
Yeah.
catch up the whole set of the charcoal again, just like You got a spark in there, you put in new wood, and it's that. So when you pull out those coal, you leave them for a day or so before you put them in bags. So my father used to take the coal to St. Thomas. You know where St. Thomas is, because when you came through there, you
Yes.
came through St. Thomas,
Yes.
catch the boat,
Yes.
and come to Tortola.
Yes.
So my father used to go up, a place you call Savan. That's, you go down Main Street and there's different turn off. And my father would have a bag of coal on his shoulder, and he would be going, coal, Tortola man, coal. And he would say, boy, you have to let the people know that you're passing out coal. The people had what is called a kerosene pan. A kerosene pan is like a pan that used to come from maybe Cuba with lead, not butter, lead in it. The lead would be a white stuff, but it would be the same texture of butter. So you had butter and lead, but the lead used to be in a kerosene pan. The kerosene pan was like a foot by 16 inches. The butter used to be in a 5-pound butter pan. So the people had their own kerosene pan. A kerosene pan of coal at that time was 50 cents. And he would be going, Tortola man, coal! Tortola man, coal! And he want me to say the same thing. I said, Papi, no. You know where we catch the boat, the bomber charger and the native sun on the waterfront.
Right.
To go to Tortola.
Right.
So he would go off on Main Street in St. Thomas and take the different avenues and selling coal. I did that the first time. And when we got back to the boat, I said, Papi, no, I am not doing that, because sometimes the street is hot and you're bare feet and you could hardly walk. But his foot was so hard that it probably didn't bother him. So I would stay back and I would sell the fish, the goats, the eggs, sugar apple, avocado. As I said, the avocado that we have here in the United States, they're small, but we had big avocados like that. And sometimes you sell an avocado for 10 cents. 10 cents. You sell a strap of fish for a strap of fishes consists of about 5 fishes, and you string them up on a stick. So when the people come to buy fish, strap of fish was 25 cents. 25 cents. And you go out there early in the morning and you pull those pots.
Good night, Grandpa.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Daddy. Guess what? Mom said I can bring my toys in the car.
Okay. Night night. See you in the morning.
Night, night. Good night, Grandpa.
Good night. Have a good night's sleep.
See you in the morning, baby.
See you in the morning.
Yeah. So I said, Papi,
Goodbye.
I'm gonna stay in the boat and I'm gonna do the selling. When I look at how hard we had to come from Tortola, we didn't have any motor. Our boat was driven by the wind, and the boat had 2 sails. The front piece, you call it the jib, and the big piece, you call it the mainsail. And you had the rudder, and the rudder had a stick. You would sit there, and if you want the boat to go that way, you pull it. You call it the helm. You sit. Sometimes if sometimes some winds would raise up on the sea. You see them spinning like that, and my father would say, Hell him down, boy. You push, you push the rudder that way, and the boat automatically would turn that way. So I took the path of selling the goods. The people would, before they got smart, people would put the eggs and guavas, limes, sweet potato, they would put them in cardboard box. But when we meet rough weather and the water come in and with the cardboard box, everything will be in a mess.
Yeah.
So you have to throw them overboard. So when you go back and tell the people, well, your stuff, we had to throw them away because the box got wet and everything follows on the thing. So then they start getting wooden box and things like that. So I would be there selling, the people would come. The people would come, and I would say to the ladies, listen, excuse me, listen, the fish is no longer 25 cents a strap. It's 50 cents a strap. So they said, but your dad didn't tell us anything about that. I said, well, I'm the seller today. I am running this show today. So I would have 2 pockets. When I get a strap of fish, when I sell a strap of fish for 50 cents instead of 25 cents, I would put 25 cents in the right pocket, 25 cents in the left pocket. When my father come back, sometimes he could be gone for hours. So I know his money is in the left pocket or the right pocket. I would keep a check on that. Because I had a pencil and a book, and people would bring their guavas. So if Alice brought a box of guavas and I sold a box of guavas for $1, I know Alice guavas, it was $1. So I wouldn't even do the box of guavas is worth $1. I would charge $1.25. $1.25, but I would put down in Alice, in the book for Alice, full Alice name, $1. So the 25 cents would go in my pocket. Sometimes I would put it in my father's pocket, depends on the other sales. Some people would bring eggs, the eggs that we use, and whoever it is, I'll make sure I put down, if the eggs were belonging to Sammy, I would put Sammy eggs, 60 cents or 90 cents. I wouldn't take anything out of that. I would just.
Yeah.
How much did you sell the coal for?
I come into
Okay,
that.
you're coming there. All right.
I'm coming to that. So, I mean, I was doing well, man. Sometimes my pocket would be getting heavy. Now my father, they had a little bag with a string like you get from the jewelry. With a string, you pull the string and you wrap it around so that money won't fall out. My pocket getting heavy, man. Heavy, and I tell you, heavy. And when my father come back, he said, "Boy, how you doing?" Because he see most of the stuff is down the road. I say, "I doing good, papi." We'd have maybe 2 or 3 goats that hadn't been sold yet. So, but there were 2 butchers used to come, White Pay and Black Pay. Pear was the last name, Pear, White Pear and Black Pear. This was a Frenchman and a Negro man, which would be Black Pear. If I sell my father, while we going down from Tortola, my father would say, I'm going to sell that goat, I'm going to charge $17 for that goat. So I keep that in my head. If we have a cow, well, the cow will get rid of them as soon as we get in. The cow will go for like $60. Depends on the size of the cow. We just sell it by sight. So whatever he tell me, I keep it in my head. But when somebody come to buy the cow, I going to add on what I feel we should make. If he said a cow will be $70, I said that cow is $100. Okay, so that's $30. So I would put $15 in my pocket and $15 in his pocket. Sometimes I wouldn't divide it exactly in two. I would just use my discretion.
Yeah.
So when everything was over now, we come to the charcoal. The charcoal was supposed to be 17 cents a pan. When he go on the street, he could sell it for whatever he want. But 17 cents. I said, a pan of charcoal to them, my people. A pan of charcoal to them, my people, is 35 cents. But everything has gone up. I say everything has gone up because we have it harder to get to these things to bring them to yard. So sometimes I would give my father the full thing. Sometimes I would probably take out 20 cents out of it, put it in my pocket. I always remember which is mine. Mine will be on the right, he will be on the left. So when everything is over now and we reckoning, I give him my father his money. He said, well, boy, you make a lot of money today. I say, yes, papi. So he said, well, that cow that we said we were going to sell it for $70, you sell it for too much. I said, that's why when you go back to Tortola, you're broke, because you're giving away the stuff. He said, boy, I'm glad I bring you with me. So that's how my father started making a little money. But he was just giving away the stuff. So when I reach home now, Daniel, I got so much money. There wasn't any bank to take your money to the bank. So up above the house, you had a lot of rocks. So I dig out a little channel on the rock. And I had 3 baking powder pans with cover. And I would put quarters in one, dimes in one, and nickels in one. So I had my bank. I had my bank. So when I was like 16 years old, I had a lot of money. When I'm 16 years old, I was still, I was out there doing carpentry. I started working on my own when I was 14. I used to make trays. So for the people who goes to the